welcome students to sustainability at home. You can see I'm actually not at home. I'm in front of the school. Some of you are already back in the classrooms and some of you are still at home studying. So this video is for both of you. Today we're going to talk about reconciliation. I chose this particular spot because it shows some aspects of reconciliation. What is reconciliation? Well, it reconciles two cultures. We're reconciling the culture of Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders that lived on this continent for 65,000 years, and our more Western culture of people coming from Asia about 250 years ago to this place. We want to explore how these two cultures can be reconciled into one to strengthening them both. And some of that strengthening we can see in the artwork that the grade sixes left behind last year when they went to high school. We have these totem poles where they left their handprints and combined them with Aboriginal themed art, like the Aboriginal flag here, the Dreamtime story reflected by Banjul, the rainbow serpent curling up here, coming together in beautiful artworks. And of course, for me, being a gardener outside, I'm looking for reconciliation in the plant world. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to look at plants that originate from Australia, and I'm going to find out which ones we brought over here, and I'm going to combine them in an artwork, and that will be your job today. If I look around, I give you a few examples. This one is a Peruvian pink peppercorn tree. Not real peppercorns, but as the name already states, it's from Peru, which means it's not from here. We have other plants around. I'm going to show you a few. This is a little indigenous grass from Australia. We also have wallaby and kangaroo grasses in other areas of the school. And they're quite remarkable because, as you know, grass seed can be used for making flour, and flour can be made into Anzac biscuits or into bread. The amazing part here is that Aboriginal culture started this process about 65,000 years ago as the first people on the planet. Really, really cool. That means there's lots to learn from this culture, and there's a few things that I want to show you. I picked up on the oval today. This one, it is paper bark from the paper bark tree. That was used for many things. You could like go around and collect berries. These berries are beautiful ripe lily-pilly berries that can be made into cordials and jams. That's Aboriginal. Or you could wrap these berries up and steam them in the fire pit or with fish. That's really remarkable material because you use it instead of tin foil for baking. But the really cool thing is it will break down in your compost unless you want to reuse it. For, let's say, building material, you can make a shed with it to be sheltered from the rain. Other things that we learn from Aboriginal culture is, well, you probably know these. They're gum leaves, but if you crunch them up and smell them, you will learn something about them. They are smelling just like Vicks, our beautiful cough medicine. And Aboriginal people also knew this and used these as a medicinal plant. So again, there's lots of crossover, things that we use, things that we can learn from them. And now is the time to celebrate reconciliation and strengthening these bonds by knowledge exchange. How do we show this? Well, we're going to make some artwork. I started one here. I combined indigenous and non-indigenous plants on this one with pear. They're losing their color because they're coming from overseas. They are not used to this climate. But these beautiful gum leaves, they're just starting to thrive in the more rainy weather. So that's an indigenous one. I combined the two in one artwork. Obviously it's not quite finished, but that's up to you if you want to go this way. You could also just find yourself a rock and put some indigenous dotted artwork on it. Or find yourselves something like this, a branch from a gum tree, and put some indigenous themed artwork on it. The important thing here is that you hold on to these artworks and bring them back to school, because when you come to me, bring them all back. We're going to create a big reconciliation artwork piece together that we can exhibit. Now, it's time for you. Close your laptops, turn off the screens, and ask your teacher to take you outside to start collecting the plant materials that you want to use for your artwork. Talk to your parents to take you to the park or to the backyard. Walk around the streets, see what you can find. Indigenous and non-Indigenous cultures in the plant life is everywhere. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.